I welcome you all to this media brief, and we are really grateful that you've managed to join us this afternoon so that we can further engage in dialogue and focus on the key areas about the Botswana oil import mandate. We will be focusing on the security of fuel supply as well as the Citizen Economic Empowerment Program. We felt that it's critical for yourselves to join us this afternoon so that we have a better understanding of what we do as Botswana Oil and our contribution to the economy as a whole.
Today's briefing reflects Botswana Oil's commitment to transparency and accountability. We believe that an informed public is an empowered public, and the media plays a vital role in achieving this.
We are landlocked, and we import all our petroleum requirements outside Botswana. There lies an opportunity, of course, we always say, to use our landlockedness, an opportunity to be land-linked with other countries where opportunity of transit via Botswana is key. So the key business for Botswana Oil is not the sale of fuel, and we do not make much business in the sale of fuel. Our core primary business, and we make business in the importation of fuel. I think that's the key distinction between us and other players in the market.
When Botswana Oil started with its import mandate, one of the key initiatives that we rolled out and we have kept up until now was the diversification of routes as a substantive business practice of importation for Botswana Oil. We are importing from through three countries, with South Africa, Mozambique, Namibia.
The petroleum sector, including in Botswana, developed and taken real advantage of the opportunities that exist, can be as big on its own, as big as the entire mineral sector. So beneficiated appropriately, and I can cite many examples in countries where the mainstay of the economy is petroleum products, and it's not unique to Botswana. So diversification of the economy through this sector is critical, and this is not only through liquid fuels, and we'll discuss some of those opportunities through other petroleum products such as lubricants and gas.
The objectives of this program is really to have an inclusive industry, equal access and fair competition, an enabling environment really especially for the citizen players, giving direction where we can in our development programs, training, sharing of information, best practice, promoting compliance in the industry. As we have said, we are a company that subscribes to the highest industry standards, or as per the industry that we play in.
The majority of Africa, Botswana included, in terms of energy requirements, we are at 63% of our population are on biomass. Biomass is raw firewood, deforestation and whatnot in the villages, that. The real opportunity here that exists is to transition that energy consumption to gas. Gas, CO2 emissions and pollution is half that of firewood. So one, you eliminate the pollution and deforestation, but also the economic benefits that will arise from switching to gas.
We are at the tail end of concluding a tender that will appoint more citizen transporters that will actually be helped even through the financing program with the banks for them to actually get access, because they will have Botswana Oil contracts. Now this is when the exponential growth will be realized.
How have you countered the issue as xenophobic attacks in Africa, seeing that Africa mostly?
Our trucks, for example, in any other country, don't just go anywhere. We have got designated routes where we actually have our teams occasionally drive in those routes themselves to look at the risk assessments. With our transporters, we have monitoring tools in place that will alert us, and we have actually had alerts before where a certain route is barricaded for whatever reason. For example, where there is some unrest or complaints around service delivery, and trucks will fall prey to attacks. So we have systems in place to help us manage that. People think that we fuss too much about compliance and the security issue, issues around who is your driver, how have they been trained, have you briefed them before they leave. We actually penalize transporters for arriving too quick.
The byproduct or co-products industry from our conventional coal to liquid is actually bigger than the liquid fuels industry. So we'll be shortchanging ourselves short. We take all our consumption in the pack up for imports in, when that opportunities to establish a refinery here and more than double the benefits that will accrue to the country. And I always say there is a greater 2.5 million people that are dependent on us for the greater benefit of this sector, because that's what you can do for this country, not for a few companies. And you point out correctly to say, we hope the benefit that arises from this sector does not go to a few individuals who were already well off. So the whole objective here, the mandate of Botswana Oil, is greater benefit, not just to the country, but the citizens of the country, establish multiple companies across, other enterprises that, should reach Botswana instead of a handful.